Come here. Today, gonna let you in on a little secret. Quite possibly my favorite health and longevity hack that I've implemented over the last 5 years. And it is so simple that it is plain scary. Sorry, I forgot this was supposed to be a secret. Yo! What is up? Welcome back to another week of How to Health. My name is Kevin. I run liftingbalance.com, where we take aim at all things health and do it in an odd, weird, interesting, and highly sarcastic manner. Before we get going, if you are interested in joining our weekly health challenges, where we as a group implement slow and sustainable longevity-focused change week by week, check out the link in the description below. We are just getting started. As for today, we're gonna get right to the catch here. The hack that has quite possibly been the most impactful out of all the hacks I've implemented over the last 5 years is disconnecting and then reconnecting to the digital world at the same times each and every day. However, the more interesting component to all this is the how and why it can help optimize both your physiological and cognitive performance. So we're going to talk about two main super cool things that happen when you strategically disconnect and how it primes the mind and body for optimal function. But first, let's start with what exactly this protocol looks like. The disconnect protocol. It really is quite simple. Strategically disconnect and reconnect at the same times each and every night and day. And when I say disconnect, we are talking all major tech, phone, computer, tablet, TV, and anything that has to do with the overarching metaverse. I have no clue where we're going to be in 6 months, so figured I'd add that in. Basically unplugging from the external stimuli, which is the internet and all of its glory. The news cycle, social media, the Twitterverse, Web 3, Web 4, Web 7. I don't think we're that far yet. Hopefully you get the idea. And for me, this disconnect consists of putting my cell phone and tablet on airplane mode and turning Wi-Fi off on my laptop. Now, you may be asking, why would you do that, health and longevity dude? For a few key reasons. Let's talk about them. First, reason number one, to prepare the mind and body for sleep. If you've been around this channel and have watched any of the videos in the fully loaded How to Sleep playlist, then you know, consistent, high-quality sleep is quite possibly the best thing that you can do for your day-to-day performance. Without it, all the other healthy interventions that you impose will likely be dampened in their effects, while many of those poor lifestyle habits will deepen their nefarious cellular and metabolic impacts. So without investing in good sleep, a lot of this cool stuff we're talking about becomes null and void. Yeah. And I know you know that I know you know that good sleep doesn't just happen. And I know this from years of getting crappy sleep to finally getting awesome sleep, and I ain't never going back. It wasn't long ago that I would place my handheld distraction device on the nightstand after getting those last couple of scrolls and proceed to close my eyes, thinking nothing of it, mind unconsciously buzzing, and sleep a literal hope and a dream away. And looking back, I think it's safe to say that my strategy wasn't ideal for optimizing the most restorative, regenerating, detoxifying part of our 24-hour day. I mean, nothing like a little unwarranted stress and anxiety to close out the day, right? But soon after, I discovered the concept of sleep hygiene, aka those little things that help sleep onset come faster and sleep quality become better. A topic that we have a full exclusive video on here. And as my protocol grew, this game-changing tweak became a cornerstone of the routine, disconnect time. And for me, that happens T-minus 1 hour before bed. Now, as you can imagine, this is a lot easier said than done. I mean, we know, specifically from this video here, that the odds are stacked against us, as modern news and social media have carefully been designed to catch and keep our attention. So I implemented a very simple way to enforce this willpower testing personal guideline. pretend I'm on an airplane. Although, I think the airlines may have over-exaggerated what actually happens if you don't put your phone on airplane mode upon takeoff. But we can save that topic for another day. So, 1 hour before bed, airplane mode on, sleep hygiene unplug initiated. And when you add a consistent bedtime into the mix, this program gets instilled into the source code of your brain, making things like sleep onset, for all those people who don't conk out the second they sit down, I am and always will be low-key jealous of the ones who do, a whole lot easier. Priming the body for better sleep quality, deep sleep, and REM sleep. Periods throughout the night where the brain gets cleaned out, consolidates memories, and makes unknown connections to solve your most pressing real-life brain teasers or problems. Pretty cool, right? But let me tell you, where you can really take this to the next level is in the morning. Bringing us to cool reason number 2. Optimizing your mind in the morning. Waking up in a disconnected state makes you default to starting your day focused on you, or starting your day the right way. I mean, we all know how you start the day sets the tone for the day, and this happens in a whole lot of ways. So we want to get up and do something for ourselves. Do something for yourself. And if you want to dig into this topic a little deeper, I got a full video for you here. But here's what staying disconnected in the morning actually does. In the morning, you are just coming out of your REM sleep, or dreaming sleep, a state where the brain is activated in a very unique way, with regions communicating that don't normally talk during the waking day. This stage of sleep has been tightly associated with creativity, problem solving, and trauma relief. And when you wake up in the morning after a good night's sleep, you are in this very interesting time, space, sensory state where you essentially download this new fresh image and all of its overnight updates to your mental desktop, many times coming with an extra touch of creativity, ability to think critically, and see a previous situation or problem through a new lens. And when you mix this with a strategic morning biohacking routine, I don't know, something like this, adding hydration, movement, sunlight, and maybe even a little bit of mindfulness, you can potentially kick this brain state into overdrive. I say this because I've experienced it firsthand. Almost all of my creative ideas happen during this time. Sometimes as I sip water bedside right after waking up, other times during my yoga or high-intensity training. But maybe the most abundant time for my morning creativity is during my 15-minute morning meditation, where, ironically, the goal is to think about nothing, yet all of the top-of-mind things persist to present themselves in new ways, which is awesome, and has gotten me to the point where I know confidently that whatever it is, whatever is top of mind at the end of the day, I'll figure it out in the morning. And guess what? I pretty much always do. So the critical second part of this hack is to stay disconnected until you have your morning download. I would aim to give yourself at least a half an hour in the morning. Drink some water, go outside, do a little stretching, write something down, find something, and do you. However, be warned. As esteemed neuroscientists such as Andrew Huberman have mentioned, when you get up, grab your phone and start scrolling, full bladder within the confines of your perfectly temperatured blankets, you potentially forego that morning download. And instead of introspectively entering your own mind in search of that new outlook, you enter someone else's space-time sensory experience via social media, the news, the metaverse, whatever, and potentially risk bladder injury. So get up and do you, before you open up the floodgates to all of that nonsense out there. For me personally, I disconnect for about the first 3 hours-ish of my day, putting me on a 12-12 protocol. 12 hours connected, 12 hours disconnected. But no, everyone's perfect protocol is different. Everyone has their own unique set of variables that shape their ideal routines and strategies, which tap in and get the very best from their pretty cool meat suit and 5-pound mushy membrane. Maybe airplane mode isn't something you're comfortable with. Understandably so. Instead, you can look to leverage features like Do Not Disturb, which is available on most devices and allow people of your choosing to still reach you. This is just a little hack that has driven a dramatic improvement in my performance that I thought I'd share. And I'd love to hear what your top hack has been over the years, so please drop it in the comments below. And let me leave you with this. In this digitally demanding world, a world which is impacting our biological wiring in a way that has never been seen before, it only makes sense that refocusing inwards and stiff-arming the distractions helps bring out the very best in each and every one of us. Kind of like the way that sounded. Let me just tweet that. Oh. This is awkward. I'll see you next week.